Welcome back to TechQuest TV. This is Kelly Lewis again, and I'm President and CEO of TechQuest Pennsylvania. And we're that dynamic organization that showcases the coolest companies in Pennsylvania, but also the most serious companies trying to change our state and help us remain competitive in this amazing global economy. Now, many of you know we've put out a great effort called Strengthening Pennsylvania, where we have gathered government technology leaders from around the state and nation to come into Pennsylvania and have serious discussions on how we can use strategic technology to drive efficiencies in our government and produce cost savings. That is so critical. Our great state faces up to a $5 billion structural deficit in this year's budget. Governor-elect Tom Corbett faces some of the biggest challenges any governor has ever faced in our state. And we need to all work together to find ways to produce cost savings to make our government, not just the state government, but every level of government, from the townships to the boroughs to the town to the cities to the authorities, they all need to get better. We have seen this happen in industry over the last 25 years as technology has impacted industry. And we saw it as companies have been forced to become competitive, not just because of Wall Street, but because of global competition. And we've seen it in the auto industry most recently. But technology, strategic technology, is making major impacts on government. And now is the greatest opportunity to use that wisdom that is developed in other industries and apply it to government, to make our townships more responsive as they use technology to not only improve services, but through that improvement of service, and they are able to drive cost savings. And we have seen townships jump ahead of the curve and produce better services for less money. That's how technology impacts government, and we are very pleased to be at the forefront with our effort called Strengthening Pennsylvania. Here we have suggestions to the incoming administration and in their first 6 months to adopt change, and change for the better, as we talk about the Office for Continuous Improvement. So many large organizations have an office dedicated to continuous improvement, to drive these efficiencies. And government's famous for getting great reports, but also famous for putting the report on a shelf. So we are very pleased to work with the Senate and the House and the governor's administration to dedicate some efforts, possibly through the new fiscal office, to drive continuous improvement. And also, we are working to get the Chief Information Officer at the Commonwealth to have more powers and more control over technology so that that individual can drive strategic technology into all aspects of state government. We live in exponential times. The internet is impacting everything, as we call the X a flood. It's a flood of information. It's a flood of ways to make things better. So we're very pleased to work with the new administration on these aspects of making our government run better. Also, when this all comes down, we need to improve our procurement systems and the other ways that we purchase technology. We need to modernize how we buy things. Many aspects of the procurement code have not been changed in 50 years. And the economy has changed so fast, our government needs to change fast with it. And we're very pleased to work with so many of the great leaders in the House and the Senate to accomplish these great tasks before us. So if you want a copy of our report, please visit our webpage or go to Citizens for Cost Savings on Facebook. Citizens for Cost Savings is a dynamic group. You too could be a part of it and learn more about how you can help Pennsylvania become the strongest, most competitive state in the nation and in our world. Thanks again for joining TechQuest TV. We'll be back next month for another episode.